Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, limiting, animating, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only master propaganda hero, psych defender of the fatherland, of your riveting and wondrous 1v1 on Crossing in the Woods. In the north is Caesar, fighting for King Country, the Commonwealth, King George V, taking on role here of the 11th Armored Division, tasked with clearing out the Huns, occupying this vital area for further progress towards Berlin. In the south is Use-m246, following up the 9th Panzer Division, tasked with holding and, if possible, pushing back the Tommies, those verdammte Inselhafen, and back into the Atlantic. We got here the English Channel, whatever works. We got Scavenge, we got Luftwaffe Ground Forces and Elite Armored versus Commandos, Royal Engineer and Royal Artillery. Quite a mix there. Also, big hearty thanks to my patrons supporters, these heroes, these wondrous people who support the Propagandacast for the hard-earned money. You too can join the ranks of pledging on Patreon. You can also just donate, in which case also big thanks to Lindsay for donating and support the Propagandacast there as well. 2 thumbs up to Lindsay there. Very big appreciative there. And I'll let you know, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. Anyways, we got the Thomas heading up the west road here, sections leading the way there, crossing through hostile and non-tea-laden terrain. In the east, German infantry moving up there with Volksgrenadiers. And we got the Sturmpanzer leading all the way here for the eastern field points. So both sides focusing each their side of the map. So we're off here to the races. No sign of a doctrine yet. No immediate game plans there. Sandbags are plenty here for Caesar. And I imagine the use will also be laying down some sandbags here and there with this Volksgrenadier. The Sturmpanzers, meanwhile, don't get sandbags. They got to have room for all that assault equipment. And so can't fit in some sandbags as well. I mean, where they going to put all the sand? Anyway, sectioning about the Vickers on the way there for Caesar. So triple section Vickers. Not quite the typical cheesy Brit strat that you'd see, which is mostly just a lot of sections, or a lot of sections, and then the universal carrier. Vickers machine guns are a bit on the rarer end of the spectrum. More folks on the way for use. Grabbing the point here with the sandbags as well. Steady advance fields got some sandbags there from the German infantry. Sturmpionier moving about there with a Sturmgewehr 44. And there you go, third squad out. So far, very quiet. We've had 2 minutes of the game. There's yet to be a single shot fired. No clash of arms, no shouting of insults, no dropping of tea. And there you go. That's about to change the section here, coming under fire as things go hot. Folks with Sturmpanzers presuming there. Other section being supported. Troops coming in from the south here to assist. Oh, this is going to get turned out for use very fast. It's going to have against 3 sections versus 2 squads. There you go, getting some damage in. Folks on the squad on the south, slowly beginning to win. The other squad up here could try and assist, but we've got another squad from the north. We've got the Vickers moving, they're going to flank here. Uses forces, and Use doesn't know he's going to get flanked here with the Vickers. Good play there by Caesar, probably the degree one went for. Most players don't expect it. So there you go, 2's being suppressed with the Vickers. That's going to be nasty here. Leaving now 1 full squad here versus 2.5 sections. That is definitely not a full section. Up north, who managed to flank the Vickers, but the harm has been maybe a bit done. They're still a bit awkward here for Use. Still a bit awkward, but not perhaps all good men. 4th squad on the way there for Use-m246 of the mighty Volksgrenadier. Section charging in there. Lee Enfield rifles versus Car 98K's close action there. And there you go, 4th squad routed, overwhelmed by the sheer numbers here. Going for the car pumping caught here by the Vickers machine gun. Might be able to render neutral at least, and that way, you know, slightly delay any resources there for Caesar.
Looking a bit squiffy.
So aggressive and rapid action between Use-m246 and Caesar. Folks are there continue to try and grab the point, but there you go, forced out in the end. Troops reinforcing, got some medical supplies down here for Use-m246 and the 9th Panzer Division. Got the second open there with the Lee Enfields, troops sitting out there. We got tech as well there for him into bolstered section, increasing the number there per squad. Fun fact though, for the British Army, they actually had significant manpower issues by 1944. And actually struggled to like keep their frontline division at full strength. In fact, they had to like many times, you know, disband regiments, brigades to free up manpower for like, you know, the frontline units. In some cases, they had to disband entire, you know, again, units, then and free up for the other one. So they're actually significant manpower, which kind of make, you know, the bolster upgrade a bit sort of amusing, since they were really struggling with the manpower. So little fun fact there, intends not to get discussed. There's a lot. We got Sappers on the way there for Caesar. Sturmpanzers around this section there. Moving up westwards there. Going to grab the west side, of course, but lose the east side to the British. So a bit of a trade-off there for Use-m246 and Caesar. Trug out there. Will it be the mechanized? Will it be the battle group headquarters here for Use-m246? Also no sign of a doctrine yet. Full screen is moving up. Sturmpanzers in the section there. Sappers actually pulling back there. And east of section going some sandbags. Full screen up there. Bit of skirmishing. Probably going to move in and pop in the Brandhandgranate there, maybe to flash them out, or just not care about it. Taking a loss there. In the centre, Sappers moving in. Vickers covering up, and there you go, right in the east, the section overwhelmed. Good lord, those Huns, they're tougher than they looked, aren't they? Well, most people really are tougher than they look. Really? Yes. Unless you let them in fire, in which case they're typically not too tough. That's how I went into prison the first time. The first time? Yeah, let's not talk anymore about that. Picks up the Sturmpioneer there. Could lay down some sandbags here. Of course, grab the point. Looks like he's a bit too preoccupied still. He's keeping the fuel ponies out of Caesar's hands, so there's something there for use. Biggest firing where their mines in the centre here by the sappers. Two of them, though, basically just looking like they're working like, you know, stop shaking your hands and get over here. I'll slap you over the head. Oh, come on. It can't be that bad. Shut up and get over here. We're swiftly enforcing. Battle Vertical's almost done there for Use-m246. Going for the car bomb with the sappers. Very sneaky. Ground sandbag up in the centre. Down the point there. On the west here, focus behind heavy covering attack. Got the Vix from one side, Sexman from the other side. Getting some kills on the Fox, don't think can last much longer. Yeah, they're suppressed. Back here, now they're going for Caesar. No sign on the AC Mark III, for example. Use-m246 going for the MD34. And there you go, car pump being hit and secured by the sappers. Good work. They're denying Caesar access to his fuel pond there. Thumbs up. Good disruptive play there by Caesar. And the West lone full scored here. Versus a larger force there of British infantry and Caesar's command back, of course, up by the Vickers machine gun. Sniper on the Caesar to try and bleed out the Germans, the Jerrys. Cheeky play there, very cheeky and efficient. We'll have to see how Use counters that one. Sandmax there, Graham Neeson point here. Of course, they'll get the mine there.
They're trying to take it.
Going westwards here to grab the western fuel point. Further deny Use any chance of getting a lot of fuel. Very good. Guessing no flak half track. Likely because he's worried about the AC Mark III, which of course can very quickly shut down any flak half tracks, rendering it not particularly useful. Otherwise, you know, it'd be really, really good to pick that, if not for the AC. Graham Western point there. Biggest stick in there. We've got the Sapper Squad on the way there for Caesar. Nope, cancels it. And there you go. Use-m246 at the center of the mark in 20 seconds. Goes for Scavenge. Opening up for Feral Salvage. The Flak Panzervier Ostwind. The Jägerlight Infantry Recon Squad. Infiltration Tactics. And the 105 in the House of Barrage. Though the name kind of hides there's a bit more to it. And technically, if you have a lot of munitions, you actually fires a bigger barrage. It used to be even better because you had to save as much munitions and also give you a bigger boom. But it turns out that was a bit too good, and people just go for the dock just to like save a lot of munitions and just chuck it all over the place. So they had to turn it down. I still think the doctrine is fairly useful, particularly like also after they buffed the Ostwind. Like Grenade is also good, Jaegers are good. Feral Salvage obviously is pretty, but the Ostwind's nice, and even like nerf the Hearts of Badge is still handy. But anyways, seems like they're still not keen on grabbing that fuel point. They like staring at it as though it's been cursed. I've heard this point turns sauerkraut into not so sauerkraut. My God, that's terrible, yeah? Jürgen had a whole barrel of it and suddenly he didn't. It was just kraut. My God. Anyways, trooping out the section, sappers the sniper. Still buzzing out the backed up machine gun. Trying to catch a sniper here, but the folks not quite got the sappers coming into the mine sweeper back here. Folks will try and an assist effect to try and get behind here and flank the sniper. Could be an option after using Use-m246, but clearly there's a lot going on there for him, so maybe he's struggling to keep up with that. He's also not getting any fuel points, which is pretty big for Caesar here. 36 fuel per minute versus 16. There's more than twice as much fuel. And large ones raise ahead for medium armor, whereas Use is sending me some time for any medium armor, which is going to be a significant advantage there for Caesar unless he manages to like throw it away. 6 per night as well there. He's probably worried about the mechanized regiment since there'll be, a lot of the common choice here against the Brits, since again, flak half tracks don't work against the Brits really.
Supply line's been cut.
So far, no AC. Also got the Jaeger squad out here with the G43. On the west side here, section routing the Volksgrenadiers, cutting off the fuel, but still, Use-m246 does need fuel, or he's not going to be in a great place, I think. Going for these some fuel pioneer sandbags in. Troops are reinforcing healing. Bit of quiet there. Troops reinforcing healing. Sniper moving up. 4 kills so far. Machine gun westward. Still pioneers there. Looking a bit lost, but there you go. Quick hunting up behind the hedges. Jaeger standing him out, him to catch a sniper and execute him. Oh, I can't wait to see such sniper's face when we put a bullet right through it. Well, technically you won't be the one shooting, so you won't be seeing his face, but come on, can't I just have a look through the scope? 9. We have gone over what happened last time. You're lucky you didn't get court-martialed for that one. Machine pushed back with the section, and the sniper umpires are looking in. He's going to try and probably use the train to get close to the sniper, catch him off guard. Jaegers may try and get up behind him. Someone that can creep in there and sort of cover the retreat path and get the sniper that way, maybe. A bit risky. Section of the Sturm Pioneer. Or perhaps he doesn't care, because he can't get away unless his opponent's paying attention. Which isn't impossible. There's so much else going on in the front line, so there's a chance here that Caesar isn't paying attention.
They're trying to take it.
Small chance, but it is there. It does exist. Putting it from the section, standing up at that very low in health though, so yeah, he's clearly going to try and move, kill it, get another wipe with this Jaeger light infantry squad here. Gonna be tricky here for Caesar. They're not impossible. Grenades off here. Oh, almost got the unit wipe there. Puts the name, get engagement. No sign of tech there. Trying to sprint into here. Oh! Took the walk retreat path here for Caesar. Can the Jaegers get the sniper wipe? Almost, but... Oh, got him. Close one there. Close one. Got a bit dicey in the end. Uses Jaegers did get the sniper. That's definitely painful there for Caesar, but he is taking up and he can soon push for armor here versus Use-m246. Back here, troops reinforcing healing for Use. And Deutschland. Trying on the way of the Schwere Wehrmacht Schlepper. Section sneaking about there. Troops reinforcing healing. Can be command post almost done. There we go, got the Bren gun handed out. The Bren gun was a Czechoslovakian light machine gun, the British Army license for their own uses. They were in fact one of many light machine guns they considered at some point. The British Army in this regard, similar to the German, put emphasis on light machine guns over the rifles, as you have seen the main emphasis of an infantry squad. Well, of course, with the Germans ended up with the MD-34 and the MD-42, the British ended up with the Bren gun, as obviously the infantry squad weapon, and used the Vickers to back it up there. So, little fun fact there. Mines down here for Caesar. And Bart winding off as well there. Bren gun found the Sturm Pioneer. Vickers firing away as well. MD-34 hanging back here for Use-m246. Caesar is close against some armor. Still no doctrine the choice here though for Caesar. Still no sign of a greater plan. Which increasingly makes it look either Royal Artillery or wrong. And of course can still go for Commando. I mean, it is a pretty solid doctrine. Another Vickers here for Caesar. Another heavy machine gun team to help deal with those lucky Jerrys. Jaegers flanking in here, 3 kills. Close to veterans 1. The center got the Falklands holding up here. Mine hit though, causing some number of lives. Popping in there, flanking further, using the building. Vickers halfway down there for Caesar. Got a little retreat here for Caesar in the west. Using looking in a much stronger position as the British, the Insulaffen. And second Vickers right about done. Needs to authorize the Schwerpanzer quarters. But good, he's got it out at least. And there you go, Cromwell taking away for Caesar and the British Army. Moving on the west side here, Fox is leading. Fox going up there, sandbags down here. And Basil is attacking my hand. In a very gentle manner. Sandbags done. Oh, trenches done here for Caesar. Dug in and well prepared. Just like Dad at the Somme. Wasn't the Somme like a loss for us? Well, that's because he wasn't in his trench, you know. Alright. Morbus on the way there for Use-m246. Adding some elite infantry here versus the British. That's very good. Schwerer Panzerabkatir. Authorized, halfway done with the Orbison, but the Crum's almost done here. And of course, this is where Use is in a bit of a sticky spot because he has absolutely no anti-tank weapons. Not like Kadmevs, almost not going to happen either. He can't even go for Panzershake and the Sturm Pioneers. Like, he has nothing to stop this tank. In fact, it's either to go for Centaur, Use would have probably been in even bigger trouble, to be honest. Since the Centaur can really just tear for infantry. So there you go, Cromwell the move here, Mark 4 cruiser tank. Got the Orbison ready, not enough things for the light machine guns. I mean, Good thing at least didn't go for the Ostwind here. Since he can't get that one technically up faster, but obviously versus the Cromwell, the Ostwind would have been very much dead. So there you go, troop right here by the Cromwell Mark IV cruiser tank. Machine gun repositioning here in the west. The Kedem have almost done it for Use-m246. The east here not making much progress against Caesar's defences there. Cromwell rushing eastwards. Vickers moving to support as well there. Sapper section as well. Mines moves out. He's clearly concerned Use has been laying down mines. I don't think Use has been laying down a lot of mines, if any. Meanwhile, Caesar's been very consistent. There you go. We do in the end get Royal Artillery Regiment here. Early warning, concentration barrages, Valentine tank, the Sexton, and of course the perimeter. Oh, watchability. First thing right here. So there you go, one Raketen for 43 ready here for Use-m246. Basically, when they were developing the Panzerschreck, they technically went into shows like, you know, be like an infantry man, the weapons should be like something like an anti-tank gun, so they also developed the Raketen, I'll say this anti-tank gun-like version of it, which had better accuracy and more range, but obviously wasn't nearly as portable. In the end, they did go with the Panzerschreck because, again, the portability was, you know, much more on premium, because, again, it just logistically, it's a lot less of a hassle. Plus, it's much easier to hide and all that, so, little fun fact there. Kind of can't hit the Cromwell due to the presence of the tree. Mighty foe of many a support crew gunner, the trees. Cromwell routed the Kenner for though. Could have tried to push through, could have smoked there, then rushed in with some infantry, but he's a bit short on infantry, so he couldn't actually have done that. But it is something to consider if he had the infantry, or say had he had commandos, he could maybe call it a commando glider. In fact, he's got a lot of manpower floating about there. That's it, back to most of the map here, back under control of Caesar and the British Army, the 11th Armoured Division. Cromwell up, they're looking to attack from another angle. They go there, thumbs up to Caesar. Cromwell with 3 kills, another shot fired, missed. Round back at the Western Victory Point, got 47 versus 415. Can go for a Panther 4 soon, of course he may also decide to go for a Panther if he's feeling particularly cheeky or bold. Second pulling back here, got the Vickers opening up there, half 8 of S71, but so far no kills. Cromwell in, getting off a good hit there with his gun. Oh, did he kill one of his own there? Yup, in fact he killed 2 of them. Oh, bloody hell, I'm terribly sorry. Don't worry, Charles, I'm sure they're Irish. Oh, right. Oh, never mind then. Got the Sexton out there for Caesar. Ready to embark the Germans.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Giving Caesar sending some artillery punch. Demi will use as no artillery as of yet. None whatsoever. Bakers they caught a pretty bad spot, almost getting wiped out here. Use is still not going for a Panther 4, so it sounds to look really much like a Panther. Got the Vickers though, got the Vickers. Very good there. Orbs on there with 3 kills so far. Cromwell in the flanking the Germans, they kept sending off there. And yeah, we go, got the Vickers. And a direct hit from the Texan wipes out the entire Volksgrenadier squad. Got him, Himmel. That was a hell of a shot. Like just casually shooting like boom, full wipe. And there you go, Use-m246 in fact going here for the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Biggest holding back here. Sapper squad number 12 down there for Caesar. Got the infantry defending the western point. And then goes straight to get suppressed, but they got Tilly called in to deal with this Hunnic machine gun position and bash into the ground there. Use quick to fall back here, as he obviously doesn't want his unit to get obliterated by a 25-pounder gun barrage. Panther almost on there for use. Jaeger's advancing, Vetty 2, 7 kills. Folks moving up there for levels of veterancy, 8 kills. So there we go, Panther out for Use-m246, Panzerkampfwagen 5. 80mm of sloped armor. Velocity 10 from the gun. 3 machine guns mounted, including the pinlock machine, of course. Cromwell here, T6 gun on the way there for Caesar. Another one here to deal with German armor. We shall see if he's ready for the Panzerkampfwagen 5. There you see the Falklands, the Obsaden there. And you've heard of course a Vickers sitting up there. Got the British here forces taking a lot of damage here. Vickers collector is getting cleared up. Of course, it's in the middle of the road, so it's next to the cavalry machine gun. Obsaden clearing out. Panther getting hit in the Cromwell. Vickers cleared out the anti-tank goals from top of the Obsaden, pushing out here. Got 6 kills on them so far here. Situation looking a bit nice for Caesar. We've got artillery fire here. The rain down, forcing the machine gun back here. Sexton's got 7 kills here. Anti-tanks on top there. Got Panther lands another hit there. Cromwell down to half health. Obsaden they're going for the anti-tank. The Falklands, the X moving up. They could also grab another Vickers. This is a terrible engagement for Caesar. He's taking a lot of damage. There go. Anti-tank gun crew exterminated. Got 2 sections up for the Kedmans on top of the 4 Use, but still I think we sent the Panther in after the Cromwell, but he isn't. He's backing off. He's grabbing the machine gun though, giving a total of 3 machine guns versus Caesar's none. Panther with 1 kill, no pinlock machine being added, but that was definitely not a great engagement here for him. At the very least, he could probably just destroy the anti-tank gun and deny it to Caesar in the 11th armor. So good work there by Use. Shot bounces off the Panther's sloped frontal armor. Subs advancing, up unfortunately up there. Misses the 6-pounder gun there with the Panther. Another bounce, Sap's going for it, but they're going to get cleared out of there. Or not, maybe? There we go, cleared out anyways. Yeah. Got the 6-pounder gun there. Denying Caesar's anti-tank. He's got a bunch of Pierce, of course, got the Cromwell, but still getting to the northward spot there. Grenade assault there for the full time to fall back. They've almost getting a section there, they're cleared out. Panther with 5 kills. Still, I think should add some pinlock machines there for anti-infantry damage there on the Panther. I think they do use a bit of good. That's what Caesar's planning next. I don't know. Might be a Firefly to help deal with it. Could also go for more Cromwell. So we could, of course, try and go for Hammer Tactics and the Common. In the west section, we've got the Western Victory Point. We've got 268 versus 397. In the east, their point being held up. We've got the mites on there for Caesar in the British Army. Grab the western point. Lots of mines here from Caesar. Good lord, that's plenty of mines there. And Use doesn't have like any minesweepers in the area. They're busy fixing up the Panther. Still indicate here what Caesar's planning. Got this Sexton firing off again here with its 25-pounder gun. Bombarding here, uses space, hoping to get lucky, but well, no such luck. Option Jaeger gives the section. That's going to be a win here for Use. That's going to take a bit of a while. There we go, second pulling back. The west side is pushing for the anti-tank gun, clearing it up possibly. Would be another sticking blow to Caesar loses. Are they anti-tank here to the Germans? And that's looking very likely here. Very likely got the Cromwell in there. Panther up as well there. PS nearby on the south, so can't easily have the Panther turning back. Good here in the section. Anti-tank gun could clear out. They're right in front of the base. There's Caesar's base. Panther waiting for them to clear out the sap so they can push ahead here. Sexton needs to get back to safety as well, so there's one more hit from the Panther. And then Sexton is going to be a complete nothing. Seven kills on the Sexton still. Bass is now very savagely attacking my hand. Need to see if we can't save it. There we go. Fortunately, there's a section. Bit of quiet there. Still getting some control of the victory points, though Caesar still has a notable lead here. I'm going to use this plan next is the Panther 4. Also going to go for another Panther here. As for Caesar, we do get the Firefly. They also have the Sherman VC or Sherman IC, depending on which version of the Sherman is built on. Go to the section. Okay, if they're trying to cut the sandbags, maybe the trench as well. I mean, I suppose you could also go for the Osfin, but I think he's going to go for like more tanks. Panther on east. We see backing up the Sturm and the Volkskriegs Cromwell falling back as we got basically 220 kills on a really high kill tally there for the tank. Savage coming up, firing their Pierce at the Panther. Firefly almost done there for Caesar. Almost done. Coming up, shoots and misses. Panther does not miss, gaining veterans on the process. Another hit there from the anti-tank and punching through the Panther's armor this time around. And we got the Firefly ready here for Caesar. Put with the 17-pounder gun. A very powerful anti-tank and let the anti-tank weapon, the British mounted as much as things they could. You had the Shem version with the Firefly, you had like M10 Achilles that got it. You even had like more specialized platforms they tried to create with it, but they just tried to stuff it as many things as possible. Second round here, the Vickers. Vickers looking flanked by the section, a grenade over from Caesar. Yeah, coming about there, close effective feet, taking fast there, Panther moving in there. Looks like he's aiming up for another Panther though. Double Panthers could be heading there for Caesar. 5 kills on the Panther. 5 flamming up.
A capture point is being overrun.
So hitting the Panther needs to engage now. Oh dear, Tulip Rockets, and the Panther is down. As Stinging Brothers used to underestimate the Caesar there. Most British players don't bother with Firefly, obviously, and certainly not with Tulip Rockets. So I imagine it's just like that room there, that moment it was just like, what is he doing? Why is that tank? It's got fireworks stuck to its side, and why is it firing them at my tank, the bastard? And of course suddenly, oh right, the Tulip Rockets. So yeah, I meant that was part of it there. Another cannon for Use. It's a bit awkward there for Use, a bit awkward. Great kill there for Caesar and the British, though the main issue for Caesar remains he doesn't actually have great map control. Most of the map currently is very much German land. So Caesar needs to launch like a really good attack and punch through Use and get some kills in there. Additionally, currently the Firefly's not going to do much because the opponent doesn't have any tanks, so it's a bit limited in what he can actually do. Coming up.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Unfortunately, they're being shot out of their cover.
We have 300 points
Also, they're getting
remaining.
Vets need 2. Grab these some points here. Smoking off here to cover the attack, and on this case cover the retreat of the Cromwells. It just took a lot of damage here from the Germans. The Jerry's grabbing the western point. The east side might be more than though to attack here from Caesar, but he's clearly focused there where most users fall. So we get to the firing down there directly on the other side to take out most of the unit. Second shot misses. We got 9 kills. We got a Sentinel knife to deal with the infantry of Use. Not making a lot of progress though, but he's making some at least. He is making some, however slow. Tortuously slow it is. Meanwhile, Use just sits in a fairly comfortable position, just needs to make sure he doesn't do anything silly. Considering going for another Panther, of course. I would not be surprised if now maybe he's just considering going for a King Tiger instead. Jaegers falsely being pushed back here by the British resistance. Western field points seized here by Caesar and the 11th Armoured Division. As used, the 9th Panzer Division is not getting too much of a challenge there for now. Focusing up the victory point there, centre one's being held with the machine gun. In the far east we got this focusing and another machine gun there. So there you go, centre anti-aircraft tank out here for Caesar. We'll be able to leverage that here versus Use now. Really be able to leverage it to victory. As Use is starting to look like he is very much planning a King Tiger. Like he almost has the fuel, except he needs the mechanized ready to build up. And manpower is not far off either, so he could be planning for the King Tiger here. That he needs to go for the Panther. Soon Cromwell rushing ahead, coming out the Vickers from the east. Crushing cover. And perhaps a few squirrels. Close there is Cromwell. Of course, in actual war, the Cromwell could just do another trench and begin like turning on it on the spot there to crush the trench. That was in fact a common tactic that could lead to the people in the trench getting basically buried alive in it.
We have 200 points remaining.
Troops reinforcing healing. Got the cannon running up there. And Use not going for a Panther. Guessing it's a King Tiger, in which case you need to get that mechanized regiment up soon. Königstiger. Saber's holding up the ground, using fuel points. Caesar slowly getting back the control here. Probably in part because, again, he's not using his resources, he's not taking up, he's not going for more armor, so he's just sort of a bit inert there, doing not so much versus his opponent, which is giving Caesar some time to recover and regain ground here. He's even going for the Valentine tanks. He's just utilizing his population resource far as efficiently as possible, since this, Valentine tank is kind of cheap. Oh, User's going for a Panther here now. He has decided perhaps not to go for the King Tiger after all. So we got here a significant armored force under Caesar's command here versus one Panther and a bunch of Recording-Mouthers. That said, Caesar does have a significant infantry complement with 3 Volksgun Scorchers, Stern Pilots, the Orbs on the Jaegers versus just 3 sections. They're sending an edge here from there. Go in the center. We got Lantern Tank versus the MD-34. The Volksgun is not Pantherfast. Oh, the Pantherfast kind of failed. That's awkward. East side here breaking through the German lines. Retreat here for use. Silver ring down here. Direct hit. Also, the Valentine tank can use the concentrated 6-ton barrage if it wants to. Allowing you to find more barrages. Panther's almost down here. Machine takes some nasty hits. West side there. We got the Centaur, which could move here to deal with the Germans, perhaps, but is being held back here by Caesar. Perhaps hesitantly, but we got the crumbling up here aggressively, close to the east level. Second Panther out the Use-m246, and he's technically not far away from another one if he needs it. Technically not far away. Centering about here, put riding the Germans on the west side. We've got the Panther moving in here. Vorwärts for Deutschland. And there you go, Panther engaging there, the crump of the Centaur there. Easily competent. Valentine tank blasts away the Germans. Panther pushing back the Centaur. Moscato, in fact, got the Valentine. Oh, the Firefly could be a problem here. Not the Valentine tank. Panther shoots, missed the Cromwell there, which is very, very close to the east level. We got almost 3 victory points back under control here of Caesar. Panther takes a hit from the Firefly. Very, very close to Betson 2-1 there. Quite there otherwise. Grab me some victory point there. We got 230 versus 124. Now you just have a tank out. Will he go for another one again? We'll go for a Panther 4. What will you go for here versus Caesar? 223 to 124. Jaegers moving 40 back up at the overside. Halfway to 53. Grenade assault here to flash out. There's verdammte Inselhafen. And then go along the overside to move up and finish off the rest. West Point being held up here by the British Army. East side there by the Germans. Panthers once more good to go here. Though no pin map machine being added there for use. Might be setting up for some out of barrage shenanigans. There's a lot of back and forth here between Use and between Caesar. Tilify in the centre. Orbs in there. Almost wiped out by the Sexton. That was a close call there for Use. Very close call. Sexton flanking in against the Recording-Mouth. Shots fired there. Panther holding back. Pin machine being added. Very good. Thumbs up. Nice hit here from the Panther flanking the Firefly. In the east, we've got Armor push in here with the Centaur hitting on mine. Valentine tank providing backup, but they're going to have to back off there. Ha ha ha. In the west there, Panther still not doing much here. Crumbling pushed back in the centre. Firefly backing off as well. East side, we've got the infantry support here and fix up the Centaur. Got a tip strike holding the Caesar on User's position. The question is, which positions are going to get hammered? Looks like the one in the centre here. Yep. Looks like the one in the centre. Okay, we need to deal with the Valentine tank here. There we go. Direct hit from the centre of the rockets. Got the Firefly hanging back here. Sexton with 13 kills of SMT1. Of course, could use the Valentine tank's concentrated Sexton barrage again. Get the Sexton to fire more often. It's basically like, the artillery officer's barrage ability, ability there, except it only works in Sextons. So little fun fact there. Going Western Frontiers, sandbags down. East side there, we got the Centaur moving in again. 1 kill. We got 98 though versus the 214 of Use. Panther fast there, landing a hit as well. Panther coming to assist to deal with it. Section there being suppressed in the centre, taking out fire there from Use's forces. In the east here, centre is unravelling. Use's right flank, need to deal with it fast with the Panther. Getting flanked with the 6-pack undirected here, punching through the side arm of the Panther.
Placed howitzers ready to pass to a target. The capture point is being overrun.
Jaeger's moving about. Centre with the damaged engine again. Baker's taking up on the western field point. We've got 214 versus
Enemy
84.
threatening a capture point.
From their east level. 23 kills. So striking, guarding the centre victory point there with a blocking fire. Cheeky Caesar racing through the Cromwell with it. But there, go directly from the Panther. The Panther come back in 5th. Punching through the Cromwell's arm with ease. In the west here, we've got the section with the Vickers. Further section a bit further east, trying to flank up behind it, but may run into issues with the Panther perhaps, or other elements.
Our capture point.
Going for the edge to take it here. Cromwell's doing a lot of damage. And the gunner to strike here from Use, though where's it landing? Oh, right here.
We've lost an anti-tank gun.
Anti-tank gun lost for Caesar and the British Army.
We've 75
And going to
points
destroy it
left.
entirely. Panther could do some light repairs. Got 2 kills close to into 1. We got 214 versus 74. Caesar, I feel like he needs to mobilise for a large scale attack here versus Use, push him in his tanks, focus and get some kills in the Use. Right now he's just finding a lot of small piecemeal engagements, which is really only in the favour of Use. Since the Panther can just engage the tanks one-on-one, which is much more favourable for the Panther than it is for the British Army. Take it from the Panther in the centre. To quote Monty, don't try to out-panzer the Panzers. That's kind of in the sense what Caesar's even doing here. Got 214 versus 57. Firefly Cromwell on the move here. Second at the centre, got another Cromwell that Caesar's going for the western victory point. 27 there. Direct hit from the Panther there, gaining veterans 1. We got 47 points left for Caesar versus Caesar's point. There you go. Both tanks hit the mine. It seems with only the one Cromwell up for them. Then got the Firefly flying there, missing the Panther with its 2 rockets almost. Doing only some light work there. Dicey situation here from Uses moving ahead with the Panther though. He's going for the combat blitz. Deutschland gets the Firefly, gets abandoned, moving ahead for the Cromwell here, direct hit here, punches through the armor, but the Panther doesn't care. It moves into the kill. Almost got, but the 8 Cromwell might be able to get there. Go for Kenner finishing off here. Huge losses for Caesar. Panther pushes onwards towards Deutschland, a new frontier of Blitzkrieg, Steel, and Sauerkraut. Close to Betty the Panther doesn't finish it off here. They've got the Bounty tank flanking. Going for the Panther. Got Betty on the Panther, but it might just be able to take it out here. Pushing out with the Panther, going for the Sexton. And gets knocked out by newly arriving Cromwell tank. Still, the losses for Caesar have been significant. And Hughes can replace the Panther he wants to. East side being held in with the Germans. Centre being grabbed with the British. We got, I think, something abandoned there. Can't quite tell what it is. It's a Bren gun. Valentine tank rushing in to got another Cromwell with for Caesar. Directed from the cannon over there. No attempt at comments, by the way, for Caesar. Just Cromwells, Fireflies, Centaurs, and of course the Sexton. So we got 209 versus 44. What would Use go for next? Will he go for another Panther? Will he go for Yak Panzer? What will Use's big plan be? West of Cromwell's the Kettenwerfer. Taking some nasty hits from the 2 Kettenwerfers. Cutler's losing if he's not careful, which is going to be helpful there for Use. Oh yeah, might lose his Kettenwerfers. Yup, it's going to happen. And knocked it out. Caught the blow there to Caesar. And Use can now go for a 3rd Panther. Meanwhile, Saxon's flying away the 17 kills, close to 22 there. Takes up the Sexton. Oh, the Valentine tank, not the Sexton. The Sexton could also do with some fixing up. pushing in there somehow, surviving the artillery barrage. 205 versus 34, and these got the Cromwell tank moving in there. Machine gun not going to help against it one bit, even though it was pointing in the right direction. Orbs on here firing away there. We got 16 kills towards 53 there. British infantry falling like leaves in autumn. And we got here the perimeter watch being activated for. He's almost got the Valentine tank. Almost got it. Perimeter watch is also unfortunately not defending any of the victory points. They're all under the control here of Use. So ends up being a bit of a wasted effort if you got artillery called in here. On the eastern point as well here. A bit late to the party, got 5 points left. Going for the victory point. Direct hits, shattering the entire infantry section. No survivors. Not even anything for their mothers to bury. Anyways, GG, game over there. A victory for the German army, a loss for the British. Some nasty fighting here on Crossing in the Woods. And the NCs at times felt like didn't play his armor quite as a vision as could. I could also done with some more infantry or some grenades, just something to give him an extra edge. And saying I do wonder if we should have gone for commandos instead of Royal Artillery personally. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. Did subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell the family. Don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links in Cheers. Thank you for watching. Up till tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.